Have you ever promised yourself, never again? You felt the sting of a mistake. You cried, you repented, and you swore you'd changed. But then, a week later, you're right back where you started. You might think you're just weak or undisciplined, but psychology tells a different story. You're caught in a psychological trap called the shame loop. And what hurts most isn't the mistake itself. It's the shame that follows. Today, we're going to look at the 5 deep-seated reasons why you keep making the same mistakes and the practical tools to finally break the cycle. Reason number 1, the comfort of a known hell. Your brain loves what's familiar, even if it hurts. The human brain is designed to save energy. It's like a shortcut. So instead of choosing what's best, it often chooses what's familiar. This is why you might fall back into the same habits, relationships, or behaviors, even when you know they're bad for you. Repeating an old mistake is like walking down a paved highway. Even if that highway leads to a cliff, your brain defaults to it because it's easier than the jungle. Psychologists call this familiarity bias. Your brain says, I've been here before. I survived this. Let's stick with it. Change requires effort. Familiar pain feels safer than unfamiliar growth. Reason number 2, the ego's blind spot. Your ego tries to protect you in the wrong way. We all want to believe we are smart, kind, and capable. When we make a dumb or hurtful mistake, it creates a painful friction called cognitive dissonance. To stop the pain, our ego kicks in to protect us. Instead of facing the failure, we justify it. But we say, it wasn't that bad, or it was their fault. By protecting your ego, you accidentally reinforce the behavior. You can't fix a mistake you refuse to own. When you lie to yourself to feel better, you're actually buying a front row ticket to repeat the same error tomorrow. Reason number 3, it's the self-esteem mirror. Low self-esteem can become a self-fulfilling loop. If deep down you believe you're not capable, not disciplined, or not worthy, your behavior may start to match that belief. Your brain thinks, this is who I am anyway. So repeating mistakes becomes a way of staying consistent with your self-image. Not because you want to fail, but because failure feels familiar. Reason number 4, the emotional trap. Unresolved emotions keep pulling you back. Sometimes, the mistake isn't the problem. The emotion behind it is. An unhealed guilt, shame, trauma, or low self-worth can quietly drive your actions. You're not repeating the behavior. You're repeating an attempt to soothe an old wound. If no one taught you how to process pain, your brain will reach for whatever brought temporary relief in the past, even if it caused damage later. Reason number 5, the fear of change. Success is terrifying. If you actually stop making that mistake, who do you become? The new you is a stranger. You don't know his habits or his problems. You might think you're afraid of failure, but often we are more afraid of change because change brings uncertainty. For many of us, the mistake is a shield. It gives us an excuse for why we aren't reaching our potential. Subconsciously, you might be holding on to your failures because you aren't ready for the responsibility of your own greatness. Repeating a mistake can feel strangely comforting because at least you know what to expect, or you're allowed to let go of the version of you that fails. So, how do you break the shame loop? Breaking the cycle isn't about punishment. It's about understanding. Here's where real change begins. Firstly, identify the root cause. Ask, what feeling am I avoiding? Next, build self-awareness. Catch the pattern before it repeats. Then, change the environment. Sometimes growth isn't about willpower. It's about removing the cues that pull you back. Learn new tools. You can't break old patterns with the same skills that created them. Finally, seek support. A mentor or trusted person can help you see what your blind spots hide. Repeating mistakes doesn't mean you're stuck forever. It means your brain is doing its best with what it knows. And once you understand the pattern, you can interrupt it. Not with shame, but with compassion. Because growth doesn't start with self-hate. It starts with awareness. If this resonated with you, you're not alone. And you're not broken. You're learning. Which of these 5 reasons felt like it was written just for you? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe for more battle plans for your soul. I'll see you in the next one.